Hey page turners, welcome back to the show. Here we are with another episode, and right now I'm in the home of Longbox Weekly Comic Book Review, Comic Explosion, right here in Lapeer, Michigan. So if you're in the area and you'd like to stop in and see us and take part in some of these specials that we got going on, we're at 214 East Nipissing Street. Right now, all of our back issues are 50% off, and all of our hardcovers and trades are 25% off. We also got some select variants for $5 a piece, but I'll give you a 3 for $10 if you'd like. So like I said, stop in because I'd love to see you. And here we are again, guys, with the most important part of the show, and that's supporting independent artists. So all you artists out there, I got a little task for you. I want you to draw me as a superhero or a supervillain doing something comical in the shop. Be it bagging and boarding, putting books away, or just dealing with customers in general. Be creative. Send it my way with some contact information. That way if people want to give you some props or even work with you, they know how to get in touch. We already had one person submit, so thank you so much, Wellington. It was an awesome submission, and I hope to see so many more. With that being said, those of you that have a book that's been printed and you'd like to get some promotion out there, get in touch with me and we'll work out a way for you to send me a copy and I'll give it an honest review on the show. So all you people that have submitted things before, thank you so much. And with that being said, the people that are submitting, they got so much more to come. This week's independent book comes to us from Decayed Minds Comics once again. This book's from Rob K. and it's called RAMEN #1. There's 4 issues out and right now he's working on the 5th issue. This book revolves around 2 best friends, the ups, the downs, the comical situations that you get from having a best friend. I highly recommend you checking this out, and I've included links in the description below for you to get in contact with them. Hey guys, you remember a couple episodes ago when Boxes in Action sent me that short box? Yeah, you know, the Born to Avenge one that I keep my Todd McFarlane books in? Yeah, well if you like that, you're going to love what they got coming up next. Look at that, man, it's amazing. I like the purple, I like the galaxy background, I like the Silver Surfer on the side, I like the Galactus logo. Everything about this box just looks awesome. It's like I want my books in that box. So you'll be happy to know right now that these are on pre-order. So if you want one of these, I've included links below for you to get in contact with them on Facebook and set up a pre-order. For me to get the first box, it was about $7 with shipping, so it's not that much compared to your other boxes that you pick up at the shops. Outside of the U.S., it's probably going to be roughly about $12 to $19, depending on, I mean, you can check it out on the site, so definitely check out Boxes in Action. Skull Kickers 23, also known as Dark Skull Kickers Dark #1. They've been doing this whole moniker thing, you know, Uncanny Skull Kickers, the Avenging Skull Kickers, just to have fun with it. If you do not read Skull Kickers and you're looking for something interesting, comical, and whimsical to read, this is the book for you. In this issue, we see I guess you could say it was the clone barbarian and the clone dwarf from issue 11. They pop back up. It's number 5 in a story arc, so I wouldn't say that this is the perfect point to jump in to understand exactly what's going on in the story, but it is a good point to jump in and just experience what's going on in Skull Kickers. Everything that happens in this issue is everything that is Skull Kickers. The comedy, the fighting, the lettering, the coloring, the art, everything that you want from a good comical role-playing barbarian D&D, you know, fantasy realm book. This is the book for you, so I highly recommend you checking out Skull Kickers. Dexter #1 from Marvel. Who'd have thought Marvel would have put this book out? I would have expected like Dark Horse or IDW or somebody like that to pick it up. But nevertheless, fans of the book, fans of the TV show, maybe taken a little bit back from this issue. It's not following the TV show. From what I understand, it doesn't follow the books too closely. In this issue, we get a situation where we see Dexter in a flashback situation, a scenario in his childhood, where you almost get to see, you know, like how long he's really been dealing with this dark passenger. How long is he trying to, you know, keep control over this, you know, this darkness that's trying to well up inside of him and just, you know, go crazy. It was a really solid issue. It's set up for a really good second issue, and anybody that's a fan of the show or the books, like I said, you're going to be taken back a little bit by this first issue because it doesn't follow what you're used to, but you're going to enjoy it. Everything's there. The way that they render the dark passenger, it's pretty interesting. I highly recommend checking it out, even if you're not a fan of Dexter. It's a solid issue. Superior Foes of SpiderMan #1. I kind of want to say that this should have been Inferior Foes of SpiderMan #1. I really didn't see the point of this book. In reality, like, nothing happens in this issue that's relevant to anything. You're dealing with Boomerang, I guess you could say the leader of the new Sinister 6, but there's only 5 of them. So it's right off the bat you're kind of put in this satire situation where it's like a joke. The whole thing is a mock of itself. You almost get to see like this day-to-day interaction between the Sinister 5, 6 if you will, and it it wasn't something relevant to any of these stories that are out on the shelves. It wasn't anything that I felt like I needed to read. In reality, I think it was just using the superior SpiderMan as just a gimmick, you know, to pull people in. Because this book really did nothing. It didn't flesh out any of the characters. It didn't tell any type of story other than the fact that, you know, the Boomerang, Speedball, you know, Shocker, all these individuals are just, you know, low-level criminals that really have no impact whatsoever in this universe, and they're just trying to grasp for a place in it. So that's all this issue really told me was, you know, these characters are insignificant, and this is why they're insignificant. So I'm going to have to say I'm not going for issue number 2. I'm going to leave this one definitely on the shelf. Deadpool Kills Deadpool number 1. If you are a fan of Deadpool in any way, shape, or form, this is the book for you. Go out, pick this book up. Drop something off your pull list. Take something back and trade it in. Steal it, borrow it, do whatever you have to read this book, because you are going to enjoy it from the first page all the way to the last. Everything, every essence that you've seen within the past 2 to 3 years of Deadpool all comes back to haunt him in this issue. And it's awesome. All I could say is, if you are not reading Deadpool at all, this is a book you're going to want to pick up. It doesn't follow along with the Deadpool that you're typically, you know, reading with the Poussin writing. It's telling its own story. It's breaking the multiverse. It's breaking into the fourth wall. Everything that's Deadpool is in this book, and I highly recommend you Pool fans pick it up. Hold up, guys. This week we got a backup. From last week, it's Hawkeye number 11. And any of you dog lovers out there, not that dirty, nasty kind, but any of you friendly pet owners, the dog owners out there, pick up this book, because you're really going to enjoy it. The way that it's illustrated, and the story is told from Pizza Dog, which is a dog that Hawkeye had rescued from some abusive owners, and he just kind of, he's hanging around. Pizza Dog, man. It says enough. He's kind of on his own adventure and his journey in this issue, and the way that it's illustrated, the way that it's, the dialogue, if you will, is told, it's very interesting. It'll definitely give you a unique perspective as to how your pets may perceive what's going on around them. So I highly recommend checking out this issue. The team did an awesome job. The way that the way that it's done is just, it's out of the box. That's an awesome issue. Anytime you do something that's completely outside of what's normally done, you guys got my vote, man. Definitely pick up this issue. Spawn 233. Holy crap. This issue came out of the gates running, man. There is no idling in this issue. It is just amped the whole way. From the beginning all the way to the end, you're just, oh crap. Because the way that they're setting up this storyline, the origin of the suit, that's something that people really never have thought about when it comes to Spawn. They've thought about, you know, Mobelgia, Clown, Wanda, you know, Cagliostro, whoever, you know, the main characters, but that's not even what the story's about. The whole time, the story's been about Spawn, the suit, K7 Letha, 7K Lethal, whatever you want to call the damn thing. The symbiote, the Hellspawn, that's what the story's about. And now they're starting to get into the story of the origin, because everybody's always thought that, you know, the suit was just part of hell. It was this evil essence, and that couldn't be further from the case. So, story-wise, this issue is something that if you're not picking up Spawn, and you like dark stories, you are missing out greatly. Art-wise, Szymon Kudranski is just, his artwork, his style is just evolving. Some people think it's Todd McFarlane. Could be, who knows, Will Carlton. You know, the artwork it's evolving, it's becoming more and more like, you know, you're watching a movie versus looking at an illustrated panel. It's odd to say that, but there's so much going on that's in these panels and the artworks. The art, the coloring, the inking, everything, just, it all comes together, man. I can't say enough that if you like dark stories, you're looking for something more on the macabre and paranormal side, this is a book that you need to rush out, just grab copies of, and just feed them into your knowledge center. Because this is, hey, sorry, I don't mean to swing on Spawn's nuts so bad, but, you know, I've been reading the book since it came out from issue number 1, and even though I've hated it at times, even though I've enjoyed it at times, this is my superhero. This is my Spider-Man. This is my Batman. Spawn is the character to me that I'll be 150,000 years old, rotting in a casket, and whatever essence is still left of me will be hoping that I can get a new issue of Spawn. So, like I said, definitely check this issue out. If you like Todd McFarlane, if you like Shimon Krasinski, if you're a fan of Tom Orzechowski, man, just pick up this issue, check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Venom number 37. For the first time, with the artwork, the writing, everything just really felt like it was a Venom story. Before, everything just seemed cartoony or just comical, and it didn't have the essence of that alien symbiote that just wanted to eat brains and was just, had a hunger. This issue, however, kind of pulls me back into that. So I'm going to have to say that, I didn't enjoy the first, 36 issues of Venom that much, but 37 really kind of pulled me back into the story, and, it makes me want to continue reading now. I hope this artist continues to stay on, because the style, it's almost like Joe Madura, it's one of those styles that it's very elaborate. It's not just a quick sketch or your typical rendering. It has its own style. It gives the suit its own sense of power, and that's what I really like about this issue. Detective Comics number 22. Man, John Layman, you are killing it on this book. I cannot say enough. I love your stuff on Shoe. I love the stuff you did for Mars Attacks. Even the stuff you did for Godzilla was good, but this, you're really shining through, man. The way that you put Batman in these situations to where it's not just him dealing with something, it's a group of individuals that he almost has to be this protector, this guardian over. It's pulling him into a role that I think a lot of characters and a lot of writers just, they fail at. So I want to commend you for doing such a good job on writing, and everybody that's out there that's not checking out Detective Comics, anybody that's a fan of John Layman, pick up this issue, because you're really going to enjoy some great writing, some great art, and just an overall good book. The backup story deals with Man-Bat, and it's gripping. It's one of those things that, I really like how DC's, flushing out these villains before they just throw them out there. They're not taking a character that everybody knows, like the Riddler, and just putting them into a story to where you kind of have to know what's already taken place with this character and his history. They're flushing it out. They're giving you something to go, okay, that's who that character is, before he becomes an impactful character in these other books. So, DC, kudos on that. You guys are doing an awesome job. John, keep up the good work, man. You guys go out and pick up this issue. The Emerald City of Oz, number 1. Anybody out there that's been collecting these baby variants from Marvel, the Scotty Young covers, you're missing out if you're not checking out this book. In this issue, the Gnome King is really upset. He's lost half of his powers due to the fact that Dorothy has taken his belt from him, and he wants his powers back. So he's rallying up the gnome troops to go over and conquer the Emerald City of Oz. The only thing is they got to figure out a way to get across the deadly desert. That leads to some really comical situations in their journey. So all I got to say is definitely go out, pick this book up. If you're a fan of Wizard of Oz, if you're a fan of Scotty Young, you're highly going to enjoy this book. Batman Incorporated number 12. Anybody that's been following the storyline knows that since Damian has been gone, Bruce has just been crippled. He's just been off. Everything has been just a little bit off center, and he can't seem to get right. And in this issue, oh man, does it come to a boil. All I could say, go pick this issue up. I don't want to give any spoilers away. I don't want to give any hate, any positivity, other than pick it up, because it's definitely going to provoke some good emotions, some bad emotions, some sad, some happiness. All around great issue. Awesome job, Grant. You guys knocked it out of the park with this issue, man. Great job. Hey guys, what's up? Just on my way down to the old comic shop this morning to film the remaining parts of the episode. Yesterday was just way too damn hot. Shop was like basically a mini oven. So figure, head down earlier in the morning. Get my thumb off the camera microphone there. Figured I'd head down here earlier in the morning. As you can see, it's a nice and beautiful day out right now. Just walking through park here, and up here you can't really see too much. You can see the town over there, all that stuff. But anyways, like I said, I'm just trying to get down to the shop and film. But as I'm walking down there, I don't know if you can see, got this little keychain. Let me stop walking for a second. Got this little keychain of Vision, and it's kind of fumbling around here on my laptop case, and it made me start thinking about the whole Age of Ultron thing, and how it started and ended, and him bobbling around, and it posed the question, what the fuck happens to Vision? Anybody that's read the new Avengers AI, Vision is a major part of that story, and they kind of like play it off as the same programming that, I guess, destroyed Ultron, put him into malfunction status. Vision is kind of like overcoming somehow. So my question is this to anybody that may be able to answer this: how the hell is Vision still around? If Ultron was destroyed, wouldn't that somehow affect the timeline to where Vision and anything created from Vision or Ultron or anything like that wouldn't it cease to exist? I don't know. Just answer the question for me, because the Age of Ultron didn't solidify anything for me in that category. So anybody that may know, please answer the question. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys like the new episode.